Hey guys, what's up? It's Rockethouse54 here, and welcome to my Blu-ray collection video for 2021. Since I did my one for 2020, I've gotten a lot of new Blu-rays. I actually got like about 30 or so on my birthday alone. Um, and there's been a little bit of updates to my shelf with like some stuff that's like on there, so I'm gonna show you guys that first, as I usually do. All right, so starting with the stuff here, there's some of the stuff you've seen before, like the Jurassic World lunchbox, the Slappy bobblehead I have that's actually broken. I wish I could find a new one. The collector's edition of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I don't have on the shelf because it's in this thing here. This Elf tin, and the movie. It did come with the movie on Blu-ray, but the movie's on the shelf. This is actually a steelbook sleeve I plan to use because the Blu-ray of The Barn that came in my horror pack came in this, so I'm like, oh, I can use this for a steelbook. A Forrest Gump pin and Funko Pop keychains of Deadpool as Bob Ross, Ralphie from A Christmas Story, and Jack Torrance from The Shining. And then up here, because I have it, because it was weirdly formatted, but also I didn't have space to put it on the shelf at the time, is a copy of Fast Times at Ridgemont High on Blu-ray. It's in like this cool VHS case. Yeah, so I just have that set right there. And then above the shelf, obviously my It Chapter 2 collectible cups and the Get Out print that I have there, and right up here I have the Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set. I was so happy to get this because I absolutely love the look of this box set, and I love having them all in like their individual cases here. Thing is though, I'm actually not going to be getting rid of my old edition of it because the 3D version of Part 3 on the Scream Factory set, you have to have a 3D TV and player for, but the version on here, you just need the 3D glasses for, so that's why I'm keeping that one, because the 3D in Part 3 is absolutely amazing. But yeah, I absolutely love the look of this set. The design on it looks so damn cool. Yeah, there's that, and then mask up there, and yeah, it's got all of them in here, including Freddy vs. Jason, and there's a whole disc of bonus material, and there's a 100-page book in here, too. Then over here, the Harold and Kumar stash box. It has the first 2 films in here. Yeah, the thing is, I was so lucky to find this, because I found this at freaking Superstore for $10, and I almost was going to order it on Amazon around that time, and they were asking for like $47 for it, so nearly 5 times the price, and I found it at Superstore of all places. Yeah, I don't have that on the shelf because it's like really thick, and it's not the same size as a regular Blu-ray case, so I just have it up there. And then I have the Tarantino box set, which has everything from Reservoir Dogs to Django Unchained. And then my high school flashback collection locker tin with The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, and 16 Candles. Now the posters around the room are still the same. It's just the same ones you've always seen. The Boss Baby above my TV, the It poster above my vinyls, and the Mother poster above my couch. So yeah, that's really it for all like the merchandise, I guess. And now I'm gonna go and show you some movies that I don't have put on the shelf yet for one reason or another, so I'll start with those. Alright, so the first few I have here, I have in this stack, like all of these, as you can see, are like special editions, Scream Factory, Criterion, and Arrow Video, of ones that I've watched that I just haven't finished the special features for yet, so that's why they're over here, because I have seen them, I just haven't seen the special features. So there's 13 Ghosts, The Graduate, Pet Sematary 2, Southland Tales, and Blue Velvet. Now these are ones these ones are a bit miscellaneous. I found this Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol steelbook for really cheap recently, and I just got this because this is in Chris Stuckman's book, The Film Buff's Bucket List, 50 Movies of the 2000s to See Before You Die. This is one of the films that's in there. I'm just waiting until I get to that part in the book before I watch it. And then Amadeus, I'm waiting to watch this with Nathan because he wants to watch all the Best Picture winners. I have seen this before, but like a long time ago in my 7th grade music class, actually, and I remember my teacher had to like fast forward through some parts. I remember it being a pretty good movie though, and I can't wait to rewatch it. And then I have this copy of The Departed, which is also in the film buff's bucket list, which, as I said, I'm just waiting to get to that part in the book. And then actually one of the other Criterions that I haven't put on the shelf yet is Funny Games, because I just have the press conference that's on this Criterion that I have to watch, and then I can put that one on the shelf. And then the other ones here are Blu-rays that I literally just got for my birthday like a week ago, so I have not gotten around to watching them yet. And those are Ghost Rider, A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, The Box. Was really happy to find this because this one's not the easiest to find on Amazon. Found it for $5 at a used store. Ed TV. I really think the concept of this sounds really, really interesting. It's kind of like The Truman Show, it seems, but definitely been interested in it, and it's directed by Ron Howard. I really need to see more of his movies. Inception, with a really cool lenticular slip. I didn't think I would ever be able to get this, but I love that slipcover. Fired Up. Those are the ones I got from a used store. These ones are new. Full Metal Jacket. The Tree of Life Criterion. I've seen this movie before. I just haven't watched the Criterion yet, obviously. Super excited to check out the extended cut that's on here. The Warriors, and Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. Also, I forgot to mention that I have a copy of Blade Runner 2049, but I forgot to talk about it because my dad is borrowing it right now. And yeah, it was in the other room and I totally forgot to take it to put it on the shelf, but yeah, it's there. All right, now we're going to start with everything that's on the shelf. Just for this year, I actually decided to break it up a bit. It's still in alphabetical order, kind of, but I have it separated into sections. There's collections, steelbooks. The Scream Factories were on the top, but I took them off because I'm going to film that part on the couch. Then there's Scream Factories, Criterions, and then everything else. As for some special editions of stuff like Arrow Video, for example, I only have 2 Arrow Videos, 2 Shout Select, and 1 Vestron Video, so I thought there wasn't really much of a point to make a section out of those. But yeah, let's get right started with the collections I have. Back to the Future trilogy. The Bad Boys trilogy. I'm excited for the 4th one. The Best Picture collection with The Hurt Locker, Crash, and No Country for Old Men. Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. I think this is the only way you can get the sequels on a Region A Blu-ray, just in case you guys were wanting to pick something like that up. Chucky Complete 7 movie collection. The Critters collection. Halloween collection. The Haunted Anthology, which has Insidious, The Blair Witch Project, The Last Exorcism, The Others, and 1408. All 4 Indiana Jones films. I'm really wondering if that 5th one's ever going to get made. The Nightmare on Elm Street collection, maybe my favorite horror franchise, but currently it is tied with the Saw collection. I'm really sad that we didn't get Spiral this year because I was so looking forward to that, especially knowing that Chris Rock was a writer on it. The Scream set doesn't have Scream 4 in here, but this is a really good set anyway. The Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy. My favorite superhero trilogy ever. Like, I love these movies so damn much. I didn't even watch them as a kid, sadly, but I love those so much. And rounding out the collections is the original Star Wars trilogy. And now we're going to go on to the steelbooks here. 10 Cloverfield Lane. 2001: A Space Odyssey. That one's a 4K. Army of Darkness, which is a Scream Factory steelbook. And I should mention the Critters and Halloween sets are Scream Factory, but I didn't put them with Scream Factories because it's a collection. Batman v Superman. Actually, I'm going to take one of these steelbooks out because it's a little hard to pull them out, because I actually don't even have proper steelbook sleeves on these. These are actually comic book sleeves that I've folded because I don't know where to get the steelbook sleeves. The Big Lebowski. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Boyhood. The Breakfast Club. The Chronicles of Riddick. The Dark Knight. Despicable Me. Really need to rewatch The Dark Knight. I still haven't even put in that Blu-ray yet. District 9. Escape from New York. This is a Scream Factory that I believe is the steelbook's now out of print. Same with this one, the Fargo Shout Factory steelbook. I love this one so much. The First Purge. It. The Karate Kid, the original. The Life Force. This is a Scream Factory steelbook, and I believe this one's out of print too. Noah. So glad they released this on steelbook. It's sadly the same disc as the standard Blu-ray, but I just love the steelbook so much. The Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping steelbook. It's Shout Factory, not Scream Factory, but I just love that cover of the scene with the bees. God, I love that so much. A Quiet Place, really good looking steelbook. Resident Evil Apocalypse. That one's a guilty pleasure. Space Jam, another steelbook I love. I love the design of that one. And same with this one, Superbad. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Geez, a lot of great looking steelbooks in here. Transformers, the first 3 of them. I do have 4 and 5 just on regular Blu-ray. Tremors 6 movie collection. And Wonder Woman. Alright, now we are getting on to the Scream Factories I own. I actually own a lot less of these than I thought, but then again, 2 of them are collections, and one of them... Actually, no, I think, 3 of them are steelbooks, but, moving on to the Scream Factories. Anti-Birth. Black Christmas, really good movie. Another really good movie, The Burning. Oh, guys, if you want a really good, really gory summer camp slasher that's gorier than Friday the 13th, check this out. This movie is really enjoyable. And one of the stars in this, Fisher Stevens, actually directed that new movie on Apple TV Plus with Justin Timberlake called Palmer, which was a big surprise to me. Candyman. I'm actually looking forward to the remake of this. I think there's a bit more you could do with that, but the original's not a bad movie. The Fog. Idle Hands. This movie's really, really funny. I would recommend this. You got Devon Sawa, Seth Green, and a 90s Jessica Alba. What more do you need in a movie? And I have both the first 2 Jeepers Creepers films, and these Scream Factories are actually out of print now. I was glad I was able to get those while I could. Misery, an amazing movie. Kathy Bates so deserved her Oscar for that. Psycho 2 and 3. Serial Mom. Sleepaway Camp. Sleepwalkers, a movie that does not get nearly enough credit. This movie is so enjoyable. If you just take it for what it is, which is just a creature feature, it's really, really good. Trick or Treat. And Troll 2. Alright, now we're on to the Criterions. I have them sorted by spine number. Salo, or the 120 Days of Sodom. Do the Right Thing. The Royal Tenenbaums. Down by Law. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Slacker. Hoop Dreams. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Dazed and Confused. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Crumb, a really hard Criterion Blu-ray to find, but I got lucky and found it on Amazon. Antichrist. Repo Man. Scanners. Y Tu Mama Tambien. Watership Down. Fantastic Planet. Punch Drunk Love. The Before Trilogy. Ghost World. Election. The Breakfast Club. Bowling for Columbine. Female Trouble. Polyester. Bamboozled, really overlooked movie. And The Irishman. Alright, now we're on to the, just everything else. Really got to burn through this quick. The video's already 14 minutes and I've barely started. 3 from Hell. Sorry. 8 Mile. Amazing movie. 9 and Coraline. 10 Things I Hate About You. I really gotta watch that again. 21 and 22 Jump Street. Some of my favorite comedies. 28 Days Later. Not all it could have been, sadly. 50-50. Great movie. Another great movie here. 50 First Dates. 127 Hours. 1917. Action Point. Adaptation. The Addams Family and Addams Family Values. I actually like the second one more. The Age of Adeline. Agoraphobia. Airplane and Airplane 2. And Alien. And then moving back to the shelf here, because I really wanted the Criterions to be on the shelf. Aliens. All Eyes on Me. Almost Famous. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Childhood. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. American Mary. All 4 of the original American Pie films. Please let that 5th one happen. I would love that very much. American Psycho. An American Werewolf in London. This really great edition of Anchorman. Anchorman 2. Annabelle. Annihilation. Anomalisa. Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Apollo 13. Atomic Blonde. The Avengers. Avengers Endgame. Those are the only 2 I feel are worth owning. Baby Driver. Bad Times at the El Royale. Really overlooked movie. Not nearly talked about enough, if you ask me. Now, guys, I'm just going to say something right now. Some of these are going to be slightly out of order because you have no idea how much hell it took to reorganize the shelf like that. I am never organizing it like that again. It was so annoying. But I'm just letting you know some of these are slightly out of alphabetical order. The Banana Splits movie. Fix that focus there. There we go. The Barn. Batman. Billy Madison. Beverly Hills Cop. Betsy. The Big Short. Best Friends Volume 1 and 2. Beauty and the Beast. A Beautiful Mind. Baywatch. Black Klansman. Black Swan. Blazing Saddles, amazing comedy. Blended, very underrated comedy. The Bling Ring. Blue Valentine. Blockers. Blood Feast, the remake. Bloodline. Bohemian Rhapsody. Booksmart. The Boss. The Boss Baby. Boys in the Hood. Bridesmaids. Brightburn. And Cat's Eye. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Disc is coming out there. The Breakfast Club. Yes, I own 3 copies of this. Technically 4 if you count the DVD in that tin up there. Bring It On. The Brothers Grimsby. Bruno. The Burbs. Cabin Fever. Such a good movie. This movie does not get the credit it deserves. Eli Roth's one of my favorite directors. A Cadaver Christmas. Cannibal Holocaust. I have to censor that cover. Can't Hardly Wait. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Captain Underpants. Carrie. What an amazing movie. Casper. Catfish. And The Cat in the Hat. Unironically fantastic. Central Intelligence. The Change-Up. Chasing Amy. Really hope Criterion does a Blu-ray reprint of that soon because they only have it on DVD. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Child's Play, the remake. Chips. Christine. A Christmas Story. Clerks. Clerks 2. Climax. Cloverfield. The Conjuring. The Conjuring 2. Fuck Cop Out. Coyote Ugly. Crank and Crank 2. My favorite action movies of all time. Crazy Rich Asians, Creepshow, Cruel Intentions, really good movie. I'd recommend that one. Same with this one, Crybaby. Very interesting movie. Cyrus, Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2, Dead Ant, Dead Dicks, Deadpool and Deadpool 2, Devil, The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, The Dictator, Die Hard, The Disaster Artist, Disturbia, Doctor Sleep, Doctor Strange, Donnie Darko, Don't Breathe, Dragon Ball Evolution, Drive, Drillbit Taylor, super underrated movie. This does not deserve the hate it gets. I love that movie so much. Dumb and Dumber, Dumb and Dumber 2, The Edge of 17, 8th Grade, Elf, Enemy, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, E.T., Eurotrip. Again, super, super underrated. And Scotty doesn't know. The Exorcist, Eyes Wide Shut, The Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, Fear, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, Fight Club, and The Final Destination. Fist Fight, Flatliners, the remake. I definitely need to see the original. The Florida Project, The Fly, an amazing movie. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Forrest Gump, Friday, Fubar, The Gallows, Game Night, Get Out, Ghostbusters, and the Ghostbusters reboot, Gia, The Girl Next Door, amazing movie, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and Glass. Gone Girl, Good Boys. I love this movie so much. If you guys haven't seen this, you gotta check it out. It's very, very heartfelt, I think. Goodfellas, The Goonies, Gremlins, and Gremlins 2, Goon Last of the Enforcers, Goosebumps, Grease, The Greatest Showman, Green Book, The Green Inferno, Grown Ups 1 and 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, Hacksaw Ridge, and the 2018 Halloween. The Hangover 1, 2, and 3. The Hansel and Gretel that was from the same director as Sharknado because they made like 5 of them in 2013. The Happening, Happy Death Day, and Happy Death Day to You. Hardcore Henry, The Hateful Eight, The Heat, Hereditary, Hitch, Hocus Pocus, The Holiday, Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Horrible Bosses, Horrible Bosses 2, Hostel and Hostel Part 2, jeez, Hot Fuzz, Hot Rod, the greatest film ever made, Hot Tub Time Machine, The House Bunny, The House with a Clock on its Walls, Hulk, The Hunt, Ichi the Killer, Ingrid Goes West, Inherent Vice, Insidious 1, 2, and 3, The Interview, It, the original miniseries, It Chapter 2, It Comes at Night. Sorry, I guess these are getting a bit harder to see the whole cover. I have it on my old phone mount here. It Follows, I, Tonya, Jack and Jill, Jackass 3, Bad Grandpa, the first Blu-ray I ever bought, actually. Jack Frost, Jaws, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. Took me forever to finally get this on Blu-ray because it was only released on Blu-ray in America, not in Canada. Jennifer's Body, Jigsaw, Joker, and Juice. And then I took some of them out because the way I have this on the shelf, I wouldn't have been able to pull them out. Jumanji, all three of them. Actually, geez, I should have put this in with the collections and I didn't even remember. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Just Go With It, Keanu, Kick-Ass 1 and 2, Killer Joe, The King of Staten Island, Kingsman: The Secret Service, Knock Knock. Jeez, I should take that sticker off. I don't know why that's still on there. Krisha, and Kung Fu Panda. Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Legally Blonde, the Lego Batman movie, Let Me In, Let's Be Cops, Life Itself, these are gonna fall at some point, Life of Pi, Lights Out, Little Monsters, The Little Rascals, Locke, Logan, Lords of Chaos, The Lost Boys, The Love Guru, not a bad movie, honestly. Machete, one of my favorite action movies. And another one of my favorite action movies, Mad Max Fury Road. Magic Mike, Magic Mike XXL, Mallrats, Mama, Mamma Mia, Man of Steel, Marmaduke, The Mask, Mean Girls, Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers, Meet the Spartans, Mega Shark vs. Mecha Shark, Me, Myself, and Irene, Mid-90s, and Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life. Midsommar. I'll take that out to make this easier to pull. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Milk. A Million Ways to Die in the West. Mirrors. Mission Impossible. The Mist. Moana. Mommy. I think this is my favorite foreign film. I love this movie so damn much. The Money Pit. Moonlight. I really need to see that again. Mother. Movie 43. The Muppets. My Cousin Vinny. Napoleon Dynamite. National Lampoon's Vacation. Nebraska. Neighbors. Neighbors 2. The Night Before. Notorious. Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2 extended director's cut. That thing's 5.5 hours, by the way. Office Space. Only God Forgives. Onward. Orphan. The Other Guys. The Other Woman. The Outsiders. Paddington. Paddington 2. Pain and Gain. All of the Paranormal Activity films except for the fourth one. I really like 1, 3, and 5 a lot. 6 is pretty good, and 2 is okay, and I don't actually like the fourth one that much. Paranorman. Patient Zero. Paul. The Peanuts Movie. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Peter Rabbit. Pet Sematary the original and Pet Sematary the remake. Sorry, it's a little hard to film this part. Where was I? There we go. Piranha 3D. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, the Pitch Perfect trilogy, Platoon, The Plague Dogs. This should actually be right here. I don't know why it's not. And this should actually be earlier as well. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. As I said, some of these are bound to be out of order because of because of all the stuff I had to go through while getting my shelf like this. Pixels, Poltergeist, the original, and the reboot. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. Power Rangers. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Project X, one of the most underrated films of all time. And Pulp Fiction. The first 3 Purge movies. Ready or Not. Ready Player One. Red Sparrow. Red State. Reign Over Me. Really great Adam Sandler performance. Requiem for a Dream. Revenge of the Nerds. Rites of Passage. Rock of Ages. Role Models, Salem's Lot, the 1979 one, The Sandlot, Sausage Party, Saving Private Ryan. I finally got this and Almost Famous watched. A Scanner Darkly. Scary Movie 1, 3, and 5. I still don't have 2 and 4. I really need to get those. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. School of Rock, Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Scream 4, 7, The Shawshank Redemption, Shazam, The Shining, Shorts. I don't give a crap what anyone says. This movie's fantastic. Showgirls, Shrek, and The Silence of the Lambs. The Shallows. Sex Drive. The Simpsons Movie. Sin City. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Silver Linings Playbook. The Sitter. 16 Candles. Just gonna move my old phone mount out of the way. There we go. The Sixth Sense. The Skin I Live In. Really disturbing movie. This movie is so good. Like, I can't even look at the poster anymore and not feel disturbed. Once you see the movie, you'll know what I mean. Sleepy Hollow. Slumdog Millionaire. Snakes on a Plane. The Social Network. Solo. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Spaceballs. Space Jam. Speed Racer. Spider-Man Homecoming. Split. Spring Breakers. Spy. Spy Kids All the Time in the World. Really got to get the first 3. I love that franchise. Saint Agatha. Stand By Me. Such an amazing movie. Star Wars The Force Awakens. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Step Brothers. Straight Outta Compton. Suicide Squad. Super 8. Superfly. The remake. Suspiria. The remake again. Tag. Talladega Nights. Taxi Driver. Team America World Police. Ted. Ted 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Teen Titans Go to the Movies. The Terminator. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I found this for $5, a 4K for $5. Can't go wrong. That's My Boy, my second favorite Adam Sandler movie behind Punch Drunk Love. The Thing. Sorry, it's getting really hard to film because I'm like right up against my wall here. This is 40. Unpopular opinion, this is my favorite Judd Apatow movie. This is The End. Thor. Tommy. Top Gun. Toy Story. Trainspotting. Transformers Age of Extinction. Transformers The Last Night. The Tree of Life. Tremors Shrieker Island. Tropic Thunder, my second favorite film of all time. Truth or Dare. Tusk. Unbreakable. And Uncle Buck, one of the best comedies ever made. Unfriended. Unfriended Dark Web. Unsane. Us. The Usual Suspects. Vacation. Vampires Suck. The Visit. The Waterboy. The Wedding Singer. Weird Science. We Need to Talk About Kevin. We're the Millers. Wet Hot American Summer. Whiplash. Why Him? Wild Things. Such a really good movie. Like, this movie is just kind of seen as mostly average. I think this is a legitimately perfect movie. I love this so much. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Witch. Witch's Brew. The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wrestler. Wrong Turn. Z. Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Zodiac. Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. And Zoolander. Alright guys, so that is the end of my Blu-ray collection video. It's all done. I think I have 594 movies. I may have counted that slightly wrong, but yeah, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I am really tired, even though I took a break in the middle of it. Ugh, that was definitely really tiring. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. And remember, you guys, whenever tiring yourself out by talking about the films you own, say no to drugs.